Hello everybody, I'm Kyle.
And I'm Everett.
And today we're going to review the 2018 Hyundai Sonata Limited 2.0T. Now the Sonata is Hyundai's full-size sedan. It's basically like their equivalent of a Ford Fusion or Toyota Camry. It also competes with cars from like the Honda Accord and others in that general lineup. Now, Hyundai has done quite a few minute changes to the Sonata for 2018. They did a little facelift, they've done a little bit in the transmission sector, and a few other odds and ends. But let's talk about more of that on the road. Alright, Everett, so we're rolling on down the road now. And rolling down the road, that reminds me of some sort of country song.
Rolling on the river.
Rolling, oh yeah, anyway, that music. I just listened to that song the other day, Rolling Down the River by Tina Turner, I think it is. Anyway, do you know that song?
No.
No? Okay.
Well, from like
well, you're lame. You're lame. Anyway, you don't know that song because you're, I don't know. Anyway, what do you think, enough about that, what do you think of the car? What do you think of the exterior and the interior?
Oh, like interior for me is pretty key, just because I like to be comfortable, and
that's important. Comfort is important.
Yeah, my comfort is important.
Oh.
Yeah, I like the seats a lot. Honestly, they did a really good job, just like with the blue stitching, and I think that they're like made and comfortably, and I think they.
I feel like the bolster. I feel like it's the sport model. It says turbo on the seat. That looks really gimmicky. Did you see it says turbo on the back of the seat?
Oh, really?
That? Like it's funny. I don't hate it or anything. I just think it's funny. They put turbo on the seat. Turbo. Anyway, especially with the blue stitching, I think it's funny. It's like limited. It's like the limited model, but yet it reminds me of a car that like a 22-year-old would whip around in, just because it's like says turbo on the seats and it's blue stitching. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, but I mean,
I like it. I'm not saying I dislike. I like it. But
yeah, I like it. And that's what's important.
Right. Yeah, of course. As long as you like it.
Yeah, I'm comfortable. So.
Okay.
But honestly, like with the molding of the interior, kind of like with the paneling and stuff like that, I think it's just kind of showing like a lower quality than I would expect out of a car like this. And
no, I agree. Especially like the little grab panels on the door, they're pretty cheap. Door panels are very plasticky, like you said. I think a good word to describe the interior is very molded plastic, and that's that's sort of disappointing. Except for the steering wheel, though, flat bottom, blue stitching. Pretty cool. What do you think of this wheel?
Yeah, I think that's sweet. I like the, like you said, the flat bottoms. I think like they did that, and also like the gauges I think are sweet.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
I think those are like actually just kind of like show like a elegant kind of sleek design. I like that a lot.
Right.
And the wheels are cool too.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate, as far as just a pure driving perspective of the steering wheel and the gauge cluster is super cool. The gauges needles they're red. The circular is there, a little bit of a silver accent in the middle, and they start at 6 p.m. against a key sporty thing, and this flat bottom wheel. A lot of creature comforts too. We have heated, cooled seats, heated steering wheel. These buttons, now I think like these buttons are pretty. What do you think of these buttons right here?
They're okay. I think they should have done an independent button for the cooled seat and the heated seat.
Oh, really?
I don't really. I like it when it's separate.
I actually like. I think this is more functional. I like it. Yeah.
Well,
I like it, so that's pretty important.
I don't like it, so that's what's important.
Well, I guess that's why different people buy different cars. So yeah,
but
there's wireless charging right here, which is cool.
Oh really? I didn't even
wireless
know that.
charging. I can put my phone right in there. Wireless charging. See.
Well, I have an iPhone, so that doesn't apply to me.
Well, you don't have an iPhone 10, otherwise it would apply to you.
Well, I have an iPhone 6S, so.
What age are you living in? God.
Get out of town.
I don't even think you're qualified to review this car since your phone's older than a dinosaur.
Oh my gosh, don't even get started.
Yeah.
For real though, the exterior I like it a lot too.
Okay.
I think it's like a sweet design. I think the front end kind of like shows a little bit more of an aggressive look than like I'd kind of expect it of like a vehicle like this. But I also think it is low key too.
Right. Yeah, I think that's because this car I almost want to say has like a style identity crisis. Because there's like says turbo on the seats, flat bottom steering wheel, which I love, blue stitching, and then like these high-end looking buttons on the limited model right here. It says radio and media, and then the front of the car is black and it's sporty and aggressive, right? Because of the big grille and on the sport and limited models. And then the back of the car is more refined with like LED lights and silver trim. And it's just kind of a funny car. I just can't quite again, peg what they're trying to do with it, because half of it's super sporty, and the other half of it's trying to be like high-end and streamlined, and it kind of fails at that. But not to say it's not a good car, because I do appreciate the engine in this one. We have the 2-liter turbo. It makes around 270 pound-feet of torque at just 1,350 RPMs. So I mean, that's cool. It's an 8-speed automatic transmission, which is new for 2018. Really good transmission.
Mm-hmm.
I really like it. It's really excellent. There does leave some to be desired, though, as far as the steering feel. It's very muted from the road. The suspension's also just not connected enough, especially with this engine. If you get on the throttle and you can just start the wheel spinning, and the suspension just kind of like goes all over the place,
Yeah, I hear you.
But
it's funny. It's kind of like it's like sports car meets grandma mobile kind of thing. Like that.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but
yeah, I mean, like,
I think maybe sports car meets rental car, like typical rental car. But speaking of the price, though, it is a pretty good value. Around $30,000 fully loaded.
Mm-hmm.
You get all the features. Heated, cooled steering wheel, lots of tech though too, which I haven't mentioned yet. We have the distance guided cruise control, which is really great. We have lane departure warning, blind spot detection, premium sound system, and of course things like the wireless charging, forward collision warning. We have several different drive modes, which actually do change it up quite a bit. We'll get to that in a minute. And then auto hold, so if you're at a light that's forever long, or at a train stop, you can hit that button. Holds the brake in. Well, drive modes, real quick. Let's go over that. So sport, it really sharpens up the throttle response.
Oh wow!
Yes,
Dang.
Yes. Yeah. It also obviously holds the gears. Holds the gears longer. It makes the steering wheel harder to turn. Literally, normally when you put in sport mode, it actually makes it a little more aggressive with the handling. But in this, I'm just gonna make the steering wheel harder to turn. Oh, they're trying to turn right down a one-way street. You can't do that. I can't do that. No, here, watch.
Fail blog.
So it gets 0 to 60 in around 7 seconds. So
yeah, but there's all that wheel spin like you're talking about. Like,
but the front-wheel drive car with this much torque at that low RPM, so it's gonna happen.
All right, Kyle. So with all that in mind, what are your final thoughts?
Yeah, as far as like an overall perspective, big picture, I feel like the lower end models, like the entry level one, and especially the Eco one, they're a really great deal, great value, adds a lot to the segment, makes total sense for people to buy. Especially again the Eco model, I keep raving about it because I had it last year and loved it. Makes so much sense. You get a turbocharged engine, nice amount of power, excellent fuel economy, a lot of features for the price. Makes total sense. On some of the upper trim level models, like we're in right now, for the price point with the interior, which is still very similar, obviously, to the entry level models, I just don't feel like there's enough here to justify the price of this car.
Yeah.
It does, especially considering others that are available in the segment, like the Accord and Fusion, for around the same price. You get more. The steering feel in this one's not very good. The suspension still needs some fine tuning. The transmission, though, and engine is really good. But yeah, overall, I feel like the lower end models make a lot of sense, and the higher end models, not so much.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's all we have for you guys today. I'm Kyle.
And I'm Everett.
And thanks for watching.